NCBA gets a big win in court. An appeals court reversed Colorado's injunction of the Navigable Waters Protection Rule. The judges said that Colorado failed to show irreparable injury. That means the Trump-era rule is now enforced in all 50 states. Scott Yager with the National Cattlemen's Beef Association joins us now with a further perspective. And Scott, thank you for joining us. Give us some background on this case and your efforts.
Sure. Thanks for the opportunity. NCBA and a coalition of different agriculture and industry groups had actually stepped into court a year ago to defend the Trump rule called the Navigable Waters Protection Rule. And that rule replaced the very troublesome 2015 WOTUS rule. And we liked it a lot better than that old rule. So we stepped up and we actually went to court to fight side by side with the Trump administration to defend that rule in court against challenges from activist groups. And we've been largely successful. And this latest decision from Colorado is another great example where the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals overturned that lower court injunction of the rule and now puts the Trump Navigable Waters Protection Rule in place in the state of Colorado, and now it's in place for all 50 states. So it's a great victory for the cattle industry and for our coalition, and we're happy to report out on it.
Yeah, hard work paid off there, didn't it? Now, what does this ruling now mean overall for agriculture?
It means that farmers and ranchers in the state of Colorado, as well as the rest of the country, are now enjoying the Navigable Waters Protection Rule. And what that means when it gets down to it is that there are exemptions for farmers and ranchers that were written into the rule so that farmers and ranchers don't have their private property rights violated by federal inspectors and federal enforcement agents. So that's a big benefit of this rule. And now with that rule in place in Colorado, Colorado feedlots, Colorado cow-calf operations can now do their business without having to live under the fear of having federal agents come out and take enforcement on a dry wash or a small feature on their property that could have been considered a federal water under that old rule.
All right, that is National Cattlemen's Beef Association Chief Environmental Counsel Scott Yager. Thank you so much for joining us, Scott.